there! Welcome back to my Sims 2 Uberhood. My name is Brianna Peppers, and here we are in Strange Town, ready to play yet another Strange Town family. This is actually going to be the episode where we play with the Smiths. This is going to be Pollination Technician number 9, otherwise known as PT9, and then his wife Jenny, and their two younger children. We have Jack and Jacob. Of course, in hindsight, I realized that Jack and Jacob are basically the same name, but we're not going to think about that. We have Jack and Jacob. Their older children, Johnny and Jill, are both out there as adults living their lives. We already actually had an episode starring Johnny Smith's family with his wife Ophelia and their two children. We haven't gotten to Jill yet, but she is actually living over here in this Strangetown Arms apartment. I did download these from Pleasant Sims way back in the day, and I always like to use these apartments as a beginner apartment for my families in Strangetown. But we will get to them. Today we're going to be playing with the Smith family, and I do have a new bio. It's not that much different, but it's a little bit different. It says here, after a fruitful career, Pollination Technician 9 has retired to his favorite planet. Rather than face an empty nest, he and Jenny had more kids. Will Jack and Jacob decide to take over the pollination business or do something a little more normal? Here we are at the Smith household. Everything about this house has stayed pretty much the exact same way since you probably saw my introductions video for Strangetown. However, I did come in off screen and I actually gave it a little bit of a facelift on the inside, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's pretty good for the time being. And if you're wondering why it's Friday at 5 p.m. and not 6 a.m. like how it is when I usually start, I actually did start to play this household and I was recording it and everything was going great. And then I forgot that I had something else to do, so I had to stop the recording, and that was about a week ago now. So rather than try to catch up to where I was and explain everything, from the point of view that I kind of don't remember anymore, we're just going to start over. We are about halfway through the first day, so this might be a shorter video than the others, but that's okay. Nothing really has happened yet except the facelift, so I'll just give you another tour. And after that, I remembered that our biggest goal of today was going to be, I want Jack Smith to be able to have his first kiss, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, so this is the house, as we can see here. It's pretty much the exact same layout. I didn't change anything about that. I just gave it some fresh colors, some new furniture, etc., etc. So this is the kitchen, and I kind of went with like a retro, maybe 70s vibe. I'm not sure if I nailed it yet, but that's kind of what I was going for mostly. It's just like some outdated furniture and stuff, but it still looks really nice. I kind of got really exhausted as I was going halfway through, so if it looks a little bare, that's just because I ran out of time and energy to decorate, and I'll probably just throw down some decorations and stuff on the walls a little bit later just to fill in some of this dead space, but for right now, this is what we're working with. I even kept a little side den where it's got just some hobby things in here, and I deleted all of the... Why is this not touching the wall? Hold on. Okay, I had to fix that because the bookcase wasn't against the wall. Anyway, this is Jenny and PT9's room. I decided that Jenny was going to get a sewing machine. Her favorite hobby is arts and crafts, and she doesn't really work on that a lot, so thought that might be something cute for her to do in her free time. Bathroom is a little bit more updated, and they still have this weird little side room, which I wanted to turn it into like a walk-in closet, but I just put a dresser in there for the time being. Upstairs is pretty much the exact same. We have an empty bedroom here that used to be Jill's. She took her furniture with her when she went to college. And then we have Jack's room, we have the bathroom, and then we have this room, which used to be completely empty. It didn't even have carpet or wallpaper, but I decided to just put some stuff in here. It's now the computer room, and there will be other stuff added for their hobbies and stuff later. And then this is little Jacob's room right here. So that's pretty much it. That's the tour. Okay, so it is Friday at 5 p.m. The kids have been home from school for a few hours. Jack Smith here, he is freshly a teenager. He just turned into a teenager the last time I played them, so he still has 7 days before he becomes an adult. He is a family sim, and he wants to have his very first kiss. If you don't remember from my introductions video, Jack is actually gay, and he is out to his parents. It didn't have to be like this whole thing. I will have some future stories possibly where if I don't think that the parents or maybe grandparents would be super accepting of their child coming out, then that might be a story for later. But for this household, I think Jenny and PT9 would be very cool, very accepting, and they have absolutely no issues with their children being gay. So Jack doesn't have to worry about hiding his boyfriends or anything like that. By the way, he did get a new hairstyle because I switched over to a default clay hair system. I think he's looking really cute. I like him a lot. Oh, he's gonna go sit down. Oh, he's gonna go lay down and mom and dad's room. Alright, so it is Friday at 6 p.m. Everyone did just age up a day. So Jacob here has 5 days before he becomes a teenager, so we will not be seeing a birthday this round, but that's okay. I really like that the biggest difference between Jack and Jacob from what I can see now is the fact that Jacob actually has his mother's eyes. So he has human blue eyes but green skin and red hair. He's a lot of fun. His personality, just as a reminder, he is a Capricorn. Capricorn. He is a Capricorn. He's extremely neat and outgoing. He's very lazy, but he's very playful and nice, so I'll take it. I think that's a winner of a personality. Jenny over here is in the wall. Where is she? She's looking at Hale, apparently. Jenny is 6 days away from becoming an elder, and PT9 is 79 days old. You know, when you have elders, it doesn't always tell you how many days they have left, it just says how old they are, so it's kind of a surprise when he might go. But he's getting on up there. You may notice that PT9 is not actually here right now, and that's because he's at work. He does have a full-time job as a lounge singer in the entertainment career. Whenever he and Jenny decided to continue having children, they really didn't have a lot of money. Jenny really wanted to quit her job as a nurse so she could stay home and take care of the kids. So PT9 had to go out and he got a job in the entertainment career. I think he started as a birthday clown, but look at him. He's moving on up. If you're wondering how I got an elder to have a full-time job instead of the part-time, all I did was enable the bullprop testing sheets, enabled true cheat, and I right-clicked on a newspaper, and it gives you the option. Instead of teen elder career, you can just choose adult career. Also, apologies because I can hear my voice cracking. I think that I might be losing my voice for some reason, so if it comes and goes, sorry about that. So, what I was saying is what I wanted to do, our most important thing, my only goal, my only mission for today is to get Jack his very first kiss. So, a couple contenders that we have here. We have Christopher Lothario and Bruno Monti. They're all about the same age. He's already friends with Christopher, and I kind of was already hoping that something was going to go down. I can't remember if they've flirted with each other yet or not, but I just know for a fact they have not kissed. And Christopher, if you're wondering, is the oldest child of Cassandra and Don Lothario. Of course, they are now divorced, but when they were married, this was their eldest child. And then Bruno Monti is the son of Antonio Monti and Titania Summerdream. Both of these are good options, but I'm leaning towards Christopher for the time being. I like them together, and the fact that they're already friends, I think, will make this a lot easier. I don't want to ask Christopher on a date because I don't want this to be inherently a romantic thing. I like to think that they're just going to hang out as friends, and then they will, you know, if they happen to kiss, then fantastic. So what we're going to be doing is actually inviting him to a community lot. And actually, how about I start a group? That might be a good too. I'm going to start a group, and I'm just going to invite him over. Oh, we already have a group, the Smith wedding. This must have been when Johnny got married, I'm assuming. I'm not really sure, to be honest. No, it is. Johnny and Ophelia got married on a community lot. I completely forgot about that. And they had this little group to make sure everybody stayed. But anyway, we're going to be creating a new group, and this is just going to be called Jack and Chris. It's literally just the two of them, and that's okay. So we need... Jack Smith is already in there, so we need Christopher Lothario. Okay, and maybe later I will have new groups where I could also invite Bruno, but I don't want them to be confused and start going all between each other, so... And I'm also worried that Bruno and Christopher might have higher chemistry than Jack and Christopher, but anyway. We are going to be meeting our group on a community lot, just for fun. We're just gonna say, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to go somewhere? It's literally just going to be Jack and Chris. I don't think Christopher has a part-time job, so I think that he'll be available. If he says no, I'm going to be a little annoyed. Okay, there we go. Everyone will make it to the outing. See you there. And the taxi's on the way. And we're just going to have to pretend that he did ask Jenny for permission to go out, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't even notice. Amelia Cap is here. Amelia has already starred in our Uberhood series here. She is the daughter of Consort Cap and Dina Caliente. She is legitimate because she was born after they got married. So... love that. She's just here hanging out. And we have a chance card for PT9. I actually think that this is more of a hobby chance card, but I'll still read it. Pollination Tech 9 is at work talking with a colleague about a recent film he saw. The colleague suggests they get together and have a movie marathon. PT9 doesn't know this colleague that well, but is excited about the marathon. Should he accept the offer? I think PT9 is very nice, so I think that he would say yes. And that was his downfall, so the two get together but find that their tastes in movies clash pretty heavily. Their working relationship suffers a bit, and PT9 ends up with a demotion because of it. So, I knew I should have just ignored it. So here he comes. Oh, we have to choose where we're gonna go real quick. Since they're taking a taxi, I don't feel like we have to stay in Strange Town, and Christopher lives downtown, so it might make more sense for us to go somewhere downtown. I feel like I already take my Sims bowling all the time, so maybe somewhere else. Alrighty, so I just chose a location for Jack, sorry, I'm gonna get them confused now, aren't I? PT9 wants to bring home Angela Broke. I'm gonna say yes, because why not? I've completely forgot that Angela Broke was in the entertainment career. Hi, it's nice to see you again. It's been a long time since Angela's episode. I think it was actually one of the first ones, wasn't it? Uh-oh, so PT9's crying and Jack just walked right by. He's gonna go on his non-date. We have arrived at Red's 50s Diner or Primetime Diner, whatever this is called. I don't actually know. I really wanted to send them to a bowling alley, but we just went to a bowling alley, I think, in the last episode. So I am just gonna go here and say that this is where the kids wanted to have dinner or something. We're gonna switch this to oldies to kind of match the vibe of what's going on in here. This is what Christopher looks like now with his clay hair, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. I think it's really cute on him. So he's actually just a really cute kid in general. I think we all know what Cassandra and Dawn's kids look like by now, and they're always really nice looking because they basically just are twins of Dawn, typically. Yeah, I'm not going to jump straight into it. We're just going to admire Christopher, say hi, I really like your hoodie. And we're just gonna maybe tell him a joke. We're just gonna get the day started. So far, so good. He does also have the want to slow dance. I wonder if slow dance would be kind of a strong come on at first. I don't know if I should encourage them to flirt or not. I'm gonna leave him be for just a moment and see what they do. Okay, they're gonna dance. Is Christopher gonna interact at all, or is he? Okay, he's gonna walk away. Oh, we're dancing, just not quite with each other. It's cute. Wow, Jack's side profile is pretty much non-existent, actually, but he's so cute. Okay, they're actually having just a great time. I am going to switch this perhaps to like, okay, is there any chance that there's a slow song in here? Probably not. We're gonna ask him to slow dance. It's a brave move on Jack's front, but looks like Christopher's intrigued. And they just developed crushes on each other, which is going to make things so much easier. Now he wants to be best friends. They're dancing close together. This is perfect. This would also be Christopher's first kiss as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh, just the way that they're looking at each other, I could cry. Oh, hello. That's Benedict Monty. Katerina Gergis, she's a townie. Who else is here? I like to just look around and see who's here. I see Grace Pleasant off in the distance. And Benedict is apparently eating out with this woman. Kia Bertino. Yeah, lots of townies out here today. Hal Cap is over here. It looks like Hal has actually... his clay hair default replacement has given him a little gray streak. So, I mean, that's cute, but I don't think you're old enough to have that. I think maybe some custom hair on you would be nice, though. Alright, back to our boys that are dancing. I'm going to go ahead and have them stop dancing. They just kissed each other on the cheek. Please tell me that didn't count as your first kiss. Okay, it didn't. Alright, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to... Well? Oh. Actually, I don't see the option to kiss yet. I guess we have to work our way up to it. Let's hit him with the flirtation. Sorry, these people with the pool sticks were all up in my way. Maybe we need to go somewhere a little bit more private. Christopher was really into that. Oh, am I missing something here? Kiss is just directly not an option. I've definitely had the first kiss be available way sooner than this. It's available through the casual menu, but I don't want to do it that way. I wanted it to pop up organically. Strange how this is working. We're just gonna keep trying. It's already 11 p.m. and technically, like, a teenager's curfew is midnight. Like, that's usually when they all go home if they're on your lot. So I think we're cutting it really close. It is a Friday though, so maybe we'll just say that their parents gave them some leniency and they can just come home a little bit later. Okay, we now have the option to sweet talk. Okay, kiss is still not an option. I am a little worried that something weird might be happening. Hopefully I don't have like, you know, a mod conflict or something weird like that, but I'm just gonna go on with the hopes that it will eventually populate, and if not, I guess I'll use the casual menu, but that's okay. So the boys are getting a little peckish. They have been here at this restaurant for a while now, just hanging out, so they're gonna get some hamburgers and some cake. It's really nice. They're not even talking to each other. There you go. They're talking about the recent birthdays. Oh, we have Countessa Marilina over here. Countessa Marilina is a vampire, if that wasn't obvious from her name, but I have the overlays for vampires and witches disabled. Oh, and look. Oh, I have to order. I forgot. Getting distracted. This is Orion Curious. I feel like she pops up everywhere. Orion is Vidkun Curious's alien daughter. Alright, Dagmar, go put our order in. It's already 12:16. Thank you. So far this is going well. They don't have an option to do any table flirts, but there's our food, so go crazy. Okay, I now have the option to throw food. Okay, someone broke a sink. How did they even do that? I'm pretty sure I don't come to this community lot often enough for things to be breaking from overuse. Alright, I know that this one is usually considered like a romantic interaction. He just threw some of his food at Christopher. Oh, they're so sweet. Weirdly enough, they still haven't become best friends. I mean, obviously their lifetime relationship is pretty far off. I believe the lifetime relationship has to be above 50 for them to become best friends. Or perhaps 70? No, it's just 50, okay. But we'll get there. If not tonight, then definitely another time, because it's getting really, really late. I don't want to keep the kids out all night long. I think it is reaching a point where, like, we need to just go ahead and call this a night. But kiss is still not an option. I'm just going to see if I can make Christopher selectable and see if it's available on his end. I did just check, and it is possible for Christopher to initiate the first kiss with Jack. So I'm not sure why Jack can't do it, but I'm just going to be a little cheaty and go in with the first kiss on the casual menu. They're just going to go for it right here in the middle of this room. Oh my gosh. I didn't pause quick enough. I wanted to get a zoomed in shot of them, but that's okay too. I did disable the cinematics again until I can figure out how to record like my desktop audio separately from my mic audio so that I can make those quieter because they are really loud. Then for the time being, they'll just have to be disabled. Alright, well now that they had their first kiss, it looks like Jack can initiate regular kisses. He just couldn't initiate the first kiss for some reason. We're just going to go with the fact that he's shy, and we'll just say he was too shy to make the first move, but eventually he worked up the courage. That's the story I'm going with. Alright, unfortunately though, it is now 2 a.m. and we really do have to get Jack home, so I am going to end the group. There it is. And I think that they had a very successful evening together, and now that they kind of have this crush on each other, they've had their first kiss together, I feel pretty good about having them just ask him on a date next time. Alrighty, now that we're done here, Jack is going to pay the dining bill and leave. Of course, Mrs. Crumplebottom shows up here just after the boys have their first kiss. At least they're not going to get beaten with a purse just for kissing for the first time. We have returned to the Smith household, and everything is exactly how we left it. Jack was gone for about 7 hours, so he'll be back sometime around, oh my god, 3:23 a.m. Jenny is on the phone. Someone must have called. It looks like that's her granddaughter. That's actually Trinity Smith. That's Johnny and Ophelia's oldest child. That's so cute. She just called to talk to Grandma. It's funny because when you look at Jenny, I don't think you would assume that she is someone's grandmother, but she is. So it's actually time for her to get a little bit of a makeover to make her appear a little bit more mature, a little bit more her age. Angela's just boogieing down back there. Jacob was so tired that he said he's going to go to sleep in Mom and Dad's bed, but I need you to go to sleep in your own bed, please. And he actually wants to talk to Amelia and everything. She's in here on your toilet, so maybe you could wait a few minutes and speak to her. when she comes out. That'd be nice. PT9 is still pretty devastated about his demotion. He's feeling pretty embarrassed. Feels like he made a big mistake, and it directly impacts his family because... Oh no. Okay, Jacob, I think it's time for you to go to bed. Yeah, let's say goodbye to Amelia and get out of here. Turn off the record player on your way out. My goodness. Oh my gosh, Angela, everybody... Angela wants to talk. Oh, she's gonna swing us around? I think I'm good. Yeah, he's like, I'm good, thank you. While I'm thinking about it, I just want to see if there's any clay hairs that I liked for Jacob. Alright, so this is the hair that I decided on for little Jacob, and he'll probably either grow his hair out or get it cut or something when he becomes a teenager. But I think for right now it's so cute, and it's actually even nicer than the hair he had before because you can actually see his little face. I think I'm obsessed with these kids, I really am. I don't think that this is Angela's natural hair. I think that that's just because of her outfit. Yeah, this is what her actual hairstyle looks like. But yeah, I guess her work changed her hair for some reason. As I was saying before, Jenny and PT9 decided to run to bed and have some alone time. PT9 is feeling pretty bad because, you know, his demotion directly impacts the family. He can't provide for them the way that he wants to, and I think he knows that he's getting closer to not being able to be here for them anymore. But I suppose the time that he spends with them is infinitely more important than any money that they may or may not have. So Jacob is pretty exhausted. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to send him to bed, and I'm pretty sure that Jenny and PT9 are going to finish what they're doing, and then they're going to go to bed as well. It's funny because Jenny technically, I think, maybe could still get pregnant. She has 6 days. I can't remember the exact cutoff. I know it's somewhere in between like 5 and 5.5 days. So I'm not quite sure if she'd be able to get pregnant. I kind of hope not. I think that would be a little crazy for this family. Another kid would be a lot. Okay, and now everybody's in bed, and we will just wait until Jack comes home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Alright, it is 3:40 a.m. and Jack just got home, and he's so exhausted that he's just gonna go straight to sleep. I wonder if perhaps in the morning Jenny and PT9 will ask Jack how late he stayed out, because they went to bed pretty early, around like 11 or so. So maybe he'll just lie and say he just came in around 12, because this is pretty late for a teenager to be coming home. I would say it's well worth it though, because Jack had a really great night, and I think that I can see a blooming romance between him and Christopher. At the very least, for Christopher and Jack, it could be puppy love. I mean, they do only have one bolt of chemistry, so it's not super strong, but I love that for them. Not every couple has to get together and stay together forever, you know? Alright, so it is Saturday at 6 a.m. Jacob just woke up, and of course, like usual, the first thing that they want to do is do their homework. Oh wait, but I just saw that he wants to ask for homework help, so I'm going to make him stop, and he's just going to take care of some needs. Jenny and PT9 are still on their way out of bed. I see here that I locked in the want for PT9 to obtain a pet, and I'm not sure how I feel about that actually now at this point, because I don't think anyone else also has the want to obtain a pet, so I'm actually just going to unlock it. PT9 doesn't have a whole lot of want slots because technically, you know, he's an alien, he comes from another planet, he didn't go to college, and so my Sims only get the extra want slots if they have a degree, such as Jenny here. She has a degree because she's in the medical career, and in my opinion, I think that you would have had to go to school, you know, at least for some learning of some kind in the medical career. Alright, so I also see that Jenny has the want locked in to be friends with Brandy Broke, and I think that's so cute, and I love the idea of them becoming friends. I think they would be really good for each other. Brandy is her sister-in-law because Brandy's married to Laszlo, so that's even more perfect, because technically, like, Brandy's part of the family. And I could totally see Jenny wanting to get to know her better. PT9 has a little bit of some cooking skills, so I'm going to see if he can make some Saturday morning pancakes for the family. That would probably be really nice. Oh no, and Jenny has to go to work. That's disappointing that she has to work. She works almost all day, 9 to 6. I would really like for this family to have the day home on a Saturday and maybe possibly like invite Johnny and Jill over and have like a family dinner or something. I think that would be really nice. Especially considering how old PT9 is getting. I just worry that he's not getting all the time that he could with his family. So breakfast is served. Everyone's gonna come get a plate. Jacob's actually playing the keyboard up here. He's going to be very musically gifted, isn't he? Unfortunately, Jack is still sleeping, but I'm going to let him sleep in. He has that right. It is a Saturday morning after all. And he'll just get some pancakes later when he wakes up. Okay, so they're just having a lovely morning breakfast together. PT9 actually has the want to call Jill to chat, so that's also great. It would be great to talk to her a little bit and see if she wants to come over for dinner tonight. If I didn't mention this already, Jill is engaged to Butt Grunt, but they have yet to be married. So luckily, whenever we get to play them in the next couple of rounds, we are going to get to see a wedding. And possibly a baby, because I feel pretty confident that Jill is pregnant, but I can't say with 100% certainty, but I'm pretty sure she is. Okay, we're going to call Jill Smith, and we're just going to talk. That'll satisfy his want. Okay, so breakfast went off without a hitch, and now Jacob wants to ask someone for homework help. I usually have them pick which parent to ask for homework help based off who they have the highest relationship with, and it's pretty close, but Jenny and Jacob have 100 over 99, whereas he and PT9 only have 100 over 95. So we're going to ask Jenny to help Jacob with this homework. He has a little stack here, so it'd be nice for them to get that done today. Oh, it's so sweet how PT9 actually rolled the want for a relative to get married. I'm assuming he probably rolled that want because he knows that Jill is engaged, so that's great. I'm sure he's excited. I really want him to be there for the wedding, so I really hope that today's not his last day. I don't think it is. It always looks like it's only a couple days left, and then sometimes it's more, so I'm hoping that it works out. Oh, Jack is awake, and the first thing he's doing is brushing his teeth. He's like, wow, I look good. I'm sure he's feeling very happy and confident about his night last night, and it's just nice to have a crush on someone. It's a good feeling. And it's nice to know that somebody has a crush on him back, I'm sure. It is my hope that he and Christopher will decide that they want to go steady, but I'll leave that up to them. Jack is a family sim, so I think it's very possible he would roll the want to go steady, but we'll see. Alright, so Jacob actually finished his homework, so now he has the memory of being taught to study from Jenny. That's very nice, and he wants to be friends with Amelia, which is so cute. I want them to be friends. I think that's a really nice pairing right there. Not like romantically, but just as a friendship, you know? Oh yes, and since Jenny wants to be friends with Brandy, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, but it couldn't hurt to give her a phone call. Just check up on her, see how she's doing. Brandy, you know, is the mother of Jenny's niece, Madison, so again, it'd be pretty good. Oh, she's at work until 3. Okay. But again, it would be pretty good for them to strengthen their relationship. I could totally see that. It has been raining a lot, but I'm okay with it raining a bunch on this particular lot because they do have a lot of plants and grass, so I guess it makes sense here for there to be a lot of rainfall. Usually in my other Strangetown lots, lately what I've been doing is using the weather controller to make sure that it never rains because I just don't think that it would rain in a desert. At least not as often as it does in the game. Okay, so Jack is working up an appetite, so he's gonna come grab a plate. So unfortunately PT9 also has to work, and I don't know why this didn't occur to me. I keep forgetting that he has a job. But he got demoted to mime, and he's supposed to work now from 1 to 9. And again, I think I'm gonna keep him home as well, just because I really wanted them to have that family dinner tonight with Johnny and Jill. Alright, I didn't know that was how people danced to jazz, but whatever feels right. So right now while I'm thinking about it, I think this would be a good time to go ahead and give Jenny her matronly makeover, if you will. So I am going to take care of that, and we will be back in just a moment. Alrighty, so Jenny did just buy some clothes online because, you know, she is a mom and they like to clothes shop online. I don't know. I just didn't feel like sending her to a community lot. But also, this is her makeover, so this is what her face is looking like now. She did get some wrinkles, and she still has the iconic ponytail, just with a different style. And we just bought her a new outfit, so she's going to go put that on right now. It's going to be a little bit of a warmer outfit. It is summertime, but it's going towards autumn, so you can imagine that maybe the weather's cooling down a little bit, and she doesn't want to wear the skirt and the sandals anymore, so she's going to swap that out for a nice little sweater and pants. And naturally, it's not overly green because I didn't want to overdo the green, but she does have a green shirt because that's her favorite color. And I think she's beautiful. She looks like someone's mother now, but she's gorgeous, so like it's not like that's a bad thing. Jack is getting really skilled with, yeah, oh my god, his creativity is almost maximized. I don't know, that must have been maybe from learning on the toddler toys. That's kind of crazy. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention and PT9 went to work. Oh no. That's a shame. I intended to keep him home, but that's okay. I guess it's for the best. He might go back and get his promotion back. I just noticed that the pancake spoiled. Boo. Do we have any leftovers? No. So Jenny is going to have to serve lunch. We'll try to serve some grilled cheese sandwiches, but I'm not 100% confident in that. Well, since he's not going to be home until 9 o'clock anyway, I will go ahead and invite over Johnny and Jill, and hopefully they will come over. It would actually be nice, I think, for the whole household to come over. Johnny's gonna bring Ophelia and Trinity. Unfortunately, their youngest son Theo is a toddler. Oh, he said definitely coming. The rest of my household may not be coming. I don't think Ophelia has a job. I really can't remember. So it could be that they just don't like Jack enough, and that's okay. And we're also gonna call and invite over Jill, and I'll invite Jill's household as well with Buck because that is her fiance, her future husband. So looks like we have some visitors. Oh, when will he stop showing up in this outfit? Johnny. Oh my god, all the J names are running together now. Yeah, looks like just Ophelia didn't come, but that's okay. Jack is coming to say hello. Looks like Jill did not bring Buck either. I didn't notice she said that he wasn't coming, but he must not be coming. Okay, I had to go and switch Johnny's clothes. I used the sim blender to set him to his everyday wear, and I see that his hairstyle was replaced, so he has this fun mohawk now. Honestly, I kind of dig it, so that's cool. I don't think that the family really knows Trinity very well. She just aged up to a child in their round, whenever that was, a few months back, so they haven't had much opportunity to get to know her. She looks exactly like Jenny, in my opinion. She's got the blonde hair. She has like the same skin tone, if I'm not mistaken. Her eyes are green, and I think she gets that from Johnny. But regardless, she doesn't look much like anything like Ophelia or Johnny, in my opinion. It's really hard to tell. Maybe it'll be easier to tell with her face structure when she's older, but yeah, she looks a lot like Jenny. Speaking of, Jenny's just sitting over here. She's watching TV from the kitchen table. Everyone's talking to one another. This is Jill, by the way. I think she's so gorgeous. She went for more a matte look on her makeup, but she's fresh out of college. She's freshly engaged. Life is on its way up for these two. Everything's going great. Johnny, as the oldest, of course, with 2 kids, a wife, and a career. Things have already kind of been established for him, but Jill is kind of still trying to figure everything out. So Jack doesn't have any interesting wants right now. For some reason, he wants to be friends with this townie named Dawn. I'll pass. And then he wants to give love to a dog named Scout, and I genuinely cannot even remember who owns Scout. I think that Scout is owned by a sim in Pleasant View, possibly, but I can't for the life of me remember who Scout belongs to, so that's not going to be doable, unfortunately. And he doesn't have any homework on the lot, so he can't do his homework either. It's kind of disappointing, but I'll just have him just kind of interact with his family and whatnot. Just say hello. This is just one of those things where the family comes over for no particular reason other than just to hang out and chat and just spend time together, you know. It's a Saturday night. Perhaps Johnny and Jill will leave a little bit earlier in case they have things to do, but yeah. Oh, you know, I don't think that Trinity has actually met Jacob at all. I'm trying to figure out where she is. There she is. So that's nice. These two are, Jack is technically actually Trinity's uncle. Yeah. So that's that. Might be nice for Jacob to make some friends, even if it is his niece. And like I said, Theo is Trinity's younger brother. I didn't really feel like teleporting Theo over here just because then I would have to like make sure he was being fed and taken to the potty and stuff. And I kind of just don't have it in me. So we can just say that Ophelia stayed home with Theo. Maybe he's feeling sick or something like that. Unfortunately, because nobody went to school or work today, their energy dropped much quicker than it probably would have otherwise. So everyone's really ready for a nap, but I refuse. I want them to continue to chat. And also I think that it might be nice if Jenny invited over Brandy, but maybe that's too many Sims. Maybe that's too much going on. Oh, now Jack wants to be best friends with Christopher. I did say maybe that would be too many Sims about inviting over Brandy, but I would really love for Jack to invite over Christopher. And I'll probably just have to make sure that they don't run off to Jenny and PT9's room to woohoo. That would be rude. But otherwise, it's gonna be great. Spending some time together. I'm gonna come out here and play darts with Trinity. It's 6:22, so everyone did just age up another day. So now we're gonna be ending the round after tonight, of course. So now Jack will become an adult in 5 days, or he'll probably go to college. I've talked about this before. Family Sims, in my experience, don't typically roll the want to go to college, but I have seen it, so I know it's possible. Either that or I might just force him to go. I'm starting to lean towards more like, you know, specifically with college, I do try to play once-based, but sometimes if I feel like the family would encourage the child to go to college, I'll send him even if they don't want to go. So there's that. And Jenny is ending the round. She's going to be 5 days away from becoming an elder. Jacob is going to be 5 days from becoming a teenager. And PT9 is now 80 days old. So if I had to guess, he probably only has like maybe 1 or 2 more days left in him. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So Christopher just walked onto the lot. I'm going to go ahead and have Jack go greet him. And they had a very romantic kiss to say hello to one another. And now Christopher's going to immediately tell him a dirty joke. Like father, like son. Christopher, I don't think I talked about this earlier, is a knowledge aspiration sim, so I'm not worried about him like cheating on Jack or doing anything silly like that. I think they're genuinely just 2 boys who want to get to know one another, even though Jack is not impressed with Christopher's dirty jokes. And I also see here that he wants to sneak out with Jack and go out, and I think that's so nice. Alright, but now everybody's on the lot. We're just gonna kind of, keep everybody probably in one central area. Jenny's over here talking to Johnny. She wants to talk about a hobby. Ooh, I clicked dance together, that's fine too. But I would like you to talk about a hobby. Oh, Jack wants to hug Christopher romantically. I'll let him do that. We're also going to turn off the TV because that thing is loud. Jacob here, yeah, he conked out. He couldn't hang. He was too tired. He decided to take himself a little cat nap, but I would really like for him to maybe interact with Jenny or with Jill or with Trinity, just anybody. He's not really close with any of his siblings. His only friends right now are his parents and Gabe Curious, Gabe is actually his cousin because Gabe is Chloe Curious's son. It's a lot. This family tree is kind of crazy. It's hard to follow at times just because so many people in Strangetown are related. It's funny because Chloe and Lola are Johnny, Jill, Jack, and Jacob's sister, half-sister, but also their aunt, because their other father is Glarn Curious, who is also the father of Jenny Smith. It's nuts. I know people have like made videos about this before, so I won't go into too much more detail about it, but like I said, it is kind of hard to follow. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. All of these people are just simply siblings with Lola Spector, for example. Whew, it's a lot. So I know that like once you're past like the second generation, then the cousins like don't really count anymore. So I'm not sure if like, for example, Raven and Percy Spector are Lola's kids. I don't think that they're going to recognize like Trinity and Theo Smith as their cousins, even though technically they are. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, now she wants to tell him an inside joke. These two are dancing. They're just having a great time. I would love for them to become best friends, but again, they seem like so far off. They're gonna play rock, paper, scissors. I think not, because that usually will take down somebody's... Yeah, he's gonna get negative aspiration, or personality from that. Oh my god, relationship from that. Someone's calling. Oh no, Jonathan and... Jonathan? Oh, we just got a phone call. That's so funny. I was just talking about him. Percy Spector is calling to speak with PT9. We're gonna say no. Sorry, he's not here. It just occurred to me that, because see, I was just talking about the weird family tree, but Percy and Raven are PT9's grandchildren. Oh my goodness. And he doesn't even like Percy. He doesn't even like Lola. See, they basically have no relationship with each other. They really don't know each other very well. It was kind of always just like PT9 existed, but it's not like PT9 was ever part of their family. Oh, thank you for doing that, Jacob. I was wondering why I couldn't click on those. Oh, and yet another plate of food has gone bad. I'm really bad about that, aren't I? Alright, things have kind of settled down since Johnny and Trinity have left. Jill is still here. Jacob is like really hell-bent on going to sleep, I think. So I'm actually just... Aw. He's making his mommy and daddy's bed. That's so sweet. And oh, she just congratulated him on having a baby? Or was it on being born? I don't know. It's only 9 o'clock, but I am going to have Jacob go to bed. So he's just going to say goodbye to his guest, his sister, and then he's going to go to sleep. And I actually would like you to make a pot holder. Okay, PT9 just got home. He did not get a promotion, I'm assuming because his needs weren't super great. Oh look, Jacob's running to say hello to his dad. Okay, we're gonna make a green pot holder. Okay, so for some reason, PT9 wants to play video games. Maybe he just needs to unwind. That's fine. We're gonna send Jacob to bed like I was saying. Things are going really well, I think, between Christopher and Jack. Alright, so things are going really slowly here, but I'm going to go ahead and just have him kind of wrap things up with the hangout. Just let him do something else, take care of some needs. Whenever PT9 is done with his shower, I will just have him come play SSX3, and I'll probably ask Jill to join. Jill is going to go for a night swim, actually. Let's see if she actually jumps in. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think it depends on how shy they are, possibly. And she's chickening out. Okay, cool. Cool. Jenny finished her pot holder. Let's see how she did. She did really well. It's your regular basic pot holder. I'm actually going to put it in the kitchen. Gotta hang these on the wall, right? Yeah, I just have to turn on move objects, I think. Oh wait, no, I'm just going to put it right here. That's cute. It's not really super close to the stove, but also I don't want to put it above the stove in case it becomes a fire hazard. It will take quite some time, I believe, before Jenny can actually get a bronze sewing talent badge, but that is something that she will work on. In the meantime, she is really tired and needs to go to bed, so I'm going to have her simply say goodnight to her visiting children. The rest of them are fine because she sees them every day. But, you know, she doesn't see Johnny and Jill every day, so yeah. And she's gonna go to bed. She's pooped. Alright, we're gonna ask Jill to join with the video games. Oh, well that was short-lived. He now wants to talk about his hobby. I just clicked on Dance Together again. We're gonna talk about films and literature again. He wants to play. I'll just satisfy all his wants regarding Jill, because that's easy. Jack over here had to come and get a little late night snack. Nobody really made dinner, like they haven't eaten since lunch, but he wasn't super hungry, so he just had some chips. Okay, I think Christopher left. Christopher's playing on the swings. Aw. We're gonna go give him a smooch. Oh my god, never mind, you're gonna clean that up. How could you do this, Jack? I think that we're actually gonna go hold hands, because that's really wholesome. Alright, looks like PT9 has had enough. He's going to bed as well. I'm gonna presume that he said goodnight to Jill. And then that's it for them. So basically, we're left with just Jack. It's midnight, unfortunately, so I think that Christopher's gonna say goodbye. Or he's gonna be stuck here. What is he doing? Cheer up! What's wrong with him? I wonder what's got Christopher so down. I remember that he was really torn up about his parents' divorce, but he was a little kid when that happened, so I'm not sure how much of that he remembers and how much of it actually affected him. I will say that Don has been distancing himself a little bit from Christopher, not on purpose, but he's just been busy with other things, especially now that they live so far away. Christopher lives with his mom and his stepdad, Pascal Curious, downtown. So maybe that's why. Maybe he's just feeling sad because he misses his dad and he sees how present PT9 is. That could be a a deciding factor for sure. Oh no. Why would you try to do that? No. Oh my goodness. We're just going to act like that didn't happen. I really do want them to go steady, but I think I'm going to wait a bit and just see if either of them roll the want for it. I feel like things are still really fresh with them. They were friends already, but they're still kind of getting to know each other on this romantic level. I don't want to jump into anything too quickly. See, he's charming him all on his own. I think it's cute how they're out here by the pool. Oh my gosh, Jill. Jill said she's going to try one more time on this diving board, but I don't have high hopes for her. Oh, okay, Christopher's saying goodbye. She did it. She did it. Why don't you go for a little swim with your sister? It is literally 1 o'clock in the morning, but I don't even care. It's fine. Okay, are you gonna go? I always see they always chicken out. Okay, and it looks like Jill's getting out, so yeah. Watching his big sister do it wasn't enough. Okay, and now he's gonna go again. He looks more confident this time. No. Once more, he's done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and come turn off the stereo. And, oh my goodness, that scared me. So, oh, ew, and she must have done this earlier as well. So Jill is undeniably pregnant, that much is for sure. She has been vomiting in our toilet. That's so gross. So that's exciting though, because maybe we'll have a baby when we get to go play her household. Unfortunately, as much as I want to keep going, it is 2 o'clock in the morning and Jack is pretty tired, so I'm just going to send him to bed. We're going to pretend that he said goodbye to Jill because I don't actually know where she is. I think she left. And with that, at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, that's going to mark the end of this family's round. Okay, it is Sunday at 6 a.m. and everyone's rolling out of bed except for Jack. Jacob just woke up. He's hungry. He has the want to play piano, which is going to be in the next room. So that's great. I think he's going to be a little musical prodigy with his high creativity skill, and he's always wanting to play the instruments. It's funny because his favorite hobby is technically cuisine, but I guess because he's a kid, there's not a whole lot he can do in that realm. That's why I did give him this... Oh. I didn't even know anything was in there. I did give him this easy bake oven, but, you know. Down here, Mom and Dad are waking up. Looks like they are going to roll their wands. I just like to see what they're going to roll the wands for before I leave. He wants a relative to get engaged or get married, so, I mean, his daughter is engaged. She's just not married yet. I'll lock in relative gets married because then that will satisfy this want when we play Buck and Jill next time. He also wants to speak with Jill again. Jenny, same thing as usual. She just wants to play with this, again, this dog named Scout. I think Scout belongs to the Curious Brothers, doesn't he? Or she. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Jack is gonna sleep in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, the most eventful thing that happened during this episode that I was most excited about, of course, was getting to bloom the friendship, blossoming romance, you know, between Jack and Christopher Lothario. I'm very excited. I hope that things go well there, but again, they're still in that kind of getting to know each other phase, and they're very young, so you just never know what's going to happen. Next time we come back, I do worry that it will be time for PT9 to go, and then Jenny is going to probably spend her elder years alone, which makes me sad. Who knows what's in the future, though? You simply just do not know what these Sims are going to do with their time. It's usually a surprise for me. Alrighty folks, that's going to mark the end of today's episode with the Smith family. As usual, I always enjoy my time with this family, so I hope you did too. Our next episode is going to be starring General Buzz Grunt and his new wife Sandy Grunt. I'm really excited to get in there and see what they're doing, because right now they're childless, but I don't know if that's going to stay that way. General Buzz is getting on up there in years. He's very close to becoming an elder if I'm not mistaken, and Sandy's much younger than him, so we'll have to see what goes on in that household. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!